Yeah. That's how you get it done right there, baby. 20-point comeback from the Boston Celtics today to give them a dub over the Indiana Pacers today, 103-95. What a game, man. Absolutely electric finish to this game from the bench mob and the starting unit coming into that fourth quarter and closing out this game. What is up, everybody? You are tuned into the Dynasty Proud post game podcast. We are wrapping up what we saw from this Celtics versus Pacers game today. I'm the Parquet Poppy. You can give me a follow at Parquet Poppy. It says it right there down here on the screen. Follow my boy right here, also Adrian at NBA Swing Pass. Adrian, what is up, man? How are you feeling today after this win?
What's up, everyone out there? Merry Christmas. A little Merry Christmas thoughts and wishes going out there.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. The Celtics absolutely gifted a awesome win for the Celtics fans today at TD Garden going into the Christmas break right here. Absolutely love to see it. No Celtics game on Christmas this year. You know what? That is okay. I am fine with that. I am fine with these guys being able to go home and celebrate with their families this year, being able to have like a normal Christmas for the first time in a long time for a lot of these guys. You know, Deuce gets to open up presents with his dad, and his dad gets to chill there all day. And they get to go do whatever they want, and they don't have to really worry about, you know, playing in the national media. I know a lot of them want to. It's a big game. It's one of the biggest days of the year for the NBA. But hey, you know what? Get this dub today. They get to go home, rest, relax for Christmas, and send off the Celtics fans happy this holiday season. Can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. All pre-thoughts right now. Big win. That brings Joe Mazzulla up to 200. He's currently the seventh all-time in wins in the Celtics coaching history. He
That's
should be in the top
nuts.
five sometime point next year. I think Chris Ford's ahead of him, but it's less than 100 games or so. But big achievement by Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah,
He
that
hasn't been a coach for that long, so he's moving up the ranks very
yo,
quickly.
that is super nuts, man. And for him to be, to stack up this win, all these wins, and now in a season without Jason Tatum, and pretty much all of your roster being gutted, that is absolutely impressive. Congratulations to Joe Mazzulla, and just everybody on this team that's continuing to grind, not give up. The Celtics went down by 20 today, man. Easily could have said, man, you know what, they got it today. Let's just prepare to get treatment, go home, rest, enjoy the holidays. But nah, Celtics don't play like that, man. They don't play like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Absolutely great win, especially in that fourth quarter when it was hard for them. They were struggling to tie that game up in the fourth.
mhm.
Um, a couple of sloppy plays by Pritchard. It seemed like he was pressing a little bit, trying to get them back in the game, but they settled down. And it's all credit to the defense too in that fourth quarter. I mean, they went absolutely insane on the Pacers, just locking them up any chance they got. And for a team that was shooting so hot in that first half, for the Celtics to just battle through it, keep chipping away, get it within 10 by the end of the third. And that's what it takes. Honestly, it's what it takes for this team um to keep themselves in it, and they're going to continue to keep doing that, and they're going to continue to fight. And I don't expect anything less now from this team anymore. I really don't expect anything less. This is who they are. They are winners. They want to win. And yeah, absolutely insane. Just awesome game today from the Celtics.
Yeah. Tale of two halves. Indiana shot 60% from three in the first half. They weren't missing. Siakam had 23. I think he only missed one field goal attempt. Everyone was getting theirs. The starters didn't look energized in the first half. Yeah, they shot 60 from three, 50% from two. They were just getting whatever they wanted, and that's an example of Celtics probably playing down to their competition because Indiana was last in the NBA in offensive efficiency, and the Celtics
Mhm.
being in third. So it seemed like a little bit playing down, maybe overestimating, how much better they were than the Pacers. But coming into the third, Siakam only had 2 points in the whole third quarter. So the bench mob in the switching, and they played a lot more aggressive, and they nullified all that hot shooting from Indiana in the first half. So that's when the game started to change.
You could just tell that, the pressure, from the defense of the Celtics, it started to get to Indiana, and we also saw Jaylen Brown kind of like, I can't remember what his first half was like. I think he was at what, about like 12, 13, 14, 15 points or something like that in the first half.
Yeah, yeah,
Ended up with, I think it was what, 33 at the end of this game. By the time this game was all said and done, let me see what Jalen 31 when it was all said and done. But he came alive in that fourth quarter because the bench mob was basically they basically played most of that third quarter, which is what got the Celtics into this game. And yeah, the Pacers looked like the pressure was getting to them,
yeah,
especially Benedict Mathurin. He's usually a guy that likes to talk and get in the other player's head. But it looked like when he started going at JB a little bit, JB at the end of that fourth quarter said, "Hold on, man. Like, I'm not gonna let Benedict Mathurin try to punk me and talk to me like this." You saw JB after he, I believe, I can't remember what it was, but he kind of like was getting talked to by Mathurin, and even Scal had noticed that JB kind of like gave him like a little smile, like, "Okay, all right, like
yeah, yeah,
you're funny, like let's see how y'all close this out." And Jaylen Brown, man, what an absolutely insane fourth quarter from him. I mean, some of the moves that he was pulling out of his bag was insane. The little wrap around Pascal to, go on the other side up and under with the layup.
yeah,
Absolutely insane. The inbounds 3-point shot, so tough. Catching it on the inbound, turning his body, raising up, fading away. It was just absolutely pure. I mean, that had to give Pacers fans some PTSD watching that shot go down, because once that shot went in, it was it was pretty much all momentum on the Celtics right after that. The crowd was going crazy, and Indiana, they just could not close it out. You know, great shooting first half from them, but in that second half, nothing was falling. And we're going to get into this a little bit later. We're going to take a look at some of the games, the past three games from the Celtics opponents, where they've been shooting 3-pointers at a high rate. Most like these teams are shooting 3-point shots at a rate that's not their normal by any means, and it's almost like they're trying to beat the Celtics at their own game, and it's not working. They're trying to get the Celtics to run out onto the perimeters by taking all these shots, trying to open up the the center, the in the paint,
yeah,
because you stretch out the Celtics by taking so many threes, you can work in the paint. But even with our lack of bigs, the Celtics are still holding their own. In the down in the paint, defensive wise, and maybe we'll get into it a little bit more, but yeah, I think that these teams are really trying to try to figure something out. How can we beat these guys? Let's take a bunch of threes, because they're they let other teams take a lot of threes. And when they take so many, I mean, these teams are not great three-point shooters, right? They don't have the personnel that the Celtics have had these past couple seasons, even this season, for what it's worth. And maybe they're thinking, we'll try to beat them at their own game, but it has not worked. The second half, these teams, their shooting percentages just drop. They fall off the cliff, still trying to shoot the three to beat the Celtics, and the Celtics just keep battling. They keep punching, and they make their shots, and they've been able to come back now and beat these teams being down. So really good stuff from the Celtics lately.
Yeah. Yeah, till the two halves. I mean, Indiana went cold second half, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Celtics caught on fire in that second half. The momentum shifted. Luka Garza, offensive rebounds, just hustling, battling underneath the boards. He ate up a lot of Kata's minutes. Kata didn't play much in the second half. I noticed
I
Joe
noticed
was
that
riding
too.
a hot hand and well deserved. Luka past two games has shown a lot. Just mere hustle and grit. The kid, fundamentally solid. He's not gonna jump out of the gym, but he's a solid, fundamentally solid player. He does everything technically right, and he hustles. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, he's had an awesome 2-game stint right here. And battling on the boards, the Celtics have been needing that. And the Celtics have now, shifted away from just playing completely small when Nemias Queta goes to get his rest on the bench. So for Luka to come in and do that these past 2 games has been super critical to these past couple wins. So yeah, props to Luka Garza, man. Hopefully he can keep this up and continue to see some minutes because his rebounding and defensive presence as of
yeah,
late with uh with Hugo Gonzalez on the court.
yeah,
I mean, that's a really good. I mean, if Garza keeps it up, that can be a really good second unit for the Celtics, defensive wise. And who got the start today for the Celtics? I didn't even see.
So Minot got to start over Walsh. Walsh was out with illness, so Josh
Interesting.
Minot got to start.
Interesting. Okay, I would have thought maybe. Wow. With the amount of minutes that Hugo had today, it's kind of hard to see Minot starting the next game.
Yeah,
But I mean, like now, it'll if Walsh gets healthy, starts feeling
yeah,
better. He'd probably get inserted back into that starting lineup. But 37 minutes for Hugo Gonzalez off the bench,
yeah.
man. Joe is trusting him on that defense
Yeah.
and
Defense
and,
rebounding. Yep.
and the rebounding. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Um, I think he's gonna get a starting role coming sometime soon this year. Maybe sometime in January. I could definitely see that being a possibility for the kid, man. He's just been playing absolutely out of his mind on defense, making plays, rebounding, absolutely good stuff from Hugo Gonzalez. Let's take a look at that box score while we're at it and just run through it real quick. Minot today, 9 minutes, a couple points, 1 or 2 from the field, -7. Nemias Queta, 23 and 8. 3 of 5 from the field. He came down with 8 boards. He had 6 offensive. No, I'm sorry, 6 defensive rebounds, a couple offensive. Not too much from those guys today from the starting unit. 23 minutes. Luka Garza, yeah, like you said, ate up the rest of those minutes for sure. Luka Garza had 24 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 2 from the field. He brought down 9 rebounds and had 5 offensive rebounds. That is what's keeping Luka Garza in this game. That is what's
Yeah.
keeping. That is what's him doing. That is what's getting him minutes. Um,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely dog on those offensive rebounds, and you keep pulling rebounds down like that off of the Celtics like to take the long shot, and he's still finding a way to come down with it. Man, yeah, that's how you earn your minutes, my man. Good stuff from Luka Garza. Uh,
Yeah.
Derek White today, 32 minutes, 19 points, 7 to 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from the three, and a couple free throws, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple turnovers, but decent game from him today. You knew the scoring was going to cool down a little bit after his back-to-back 30 games, but still a solid night from him tonight. Jaylen Brown, 33 minutes, 31 points, 11 to 25 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 7 of 8 free throws, 9 rebounds from him tonight. So really good stuff from him, crashing the glass. Even though he wasn't shooting the best in the first half, him getting the rebounds shows that he was still remaining engaged, which is good to see from him. A couple of assists as well to go on his stat line, and some blocks. Nice block right there in the fourth quarter on Pascal. That was awesome, man. He got up for that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that defense in the fourth quarter was just insane. And it was sparked by that bench mob, man, to bring them back to bring them back into the game, to even give some of the starters a chance to
Yeah.
take the lead and bring it home for the team. So all around, just a great team win. Just that's all you can really chalk it up to, man. Great team win. Bench helping the starting unit, and the starting unit in that fourth quarter taking over and securing the win. Just good stuff, man. Peyton Pritchard, 33, 11 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. So he didn't really take too many shots from the three, but that's okay. Three boards, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, a couple steals. -6, but it is what it is, right? I mean, they didn't really have it going in the first half, like you were saying. So,
Yeah.
the bench, it was the bench, man. The bench kept them in this and good stuff, man. Just another Jaylen Brown 30-point game this season too. Insane. Jaylen Brown is continuing to, carry this team. How he doesn't, how he's not higher in MVP talks is kind of crazy to me. An 18-11 record right now, and the Celtics have an opportunity to, be 21-11, 22-11 coming up here in these next stretch of games. So Celtics get up to 20. If the Celtics can get to like 20 something wins before they get to 14 losses, huge success before, um, as far as the season is going. And I mean, he has to be higher than some of these other players that are ahead of him for MVP talks. I mean, we got MVP chants today. We got MVP chants at the free throw line for Jaylen, and loud ones too. They weren't like, the crowd was into it. They got the chants going, and he misses his first free throw when he gets the loud chants. But I mean, it was pretty funny. You knew that was going to happen. Jaylen laughed at it. The announcers laughed at it. I laughed audibly at it. And he made the second one, so it's all good. But good for JB, man. Good for JB. Like, this team, the fans, they're used to having those MVP chants reserved for Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels kind of weird
Yeah.
hearing the fans give the MVP chant to Jaylen Brown, but it's so well deserved.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if when Tatum comes back this season, Jaylen keeps playing like this, and then it might take Tatum a little while, but
Yeah.
for Jaylen to get those MVP chants, um, it'll probably continue this season. I can see it happening this season. This is JB season, even with Tatum. If Tatum comes back, this is 100% a Jaylen Brown season. Um, and love to see it, man. Good for him. Finals MVP, absolutely deserves it. Deserves his shine and praise this season. So this team would be nowhere without him.
Yeah.
They would be bottom of the league if they did not have Jaylen Brown. So, um, come on, man. He's obviously an MVP of this league, top 5. Um, Sam Hauser today, 20 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. Nah, not a great game from him today. There was a play where he was where I caught, I think it was that first or third quarter or second quarter, I can't remember. Completely wide open underneath the hoop, just was not ready for the pass to come to him
Oh,
with how open he was. I was like, Sam, dog.
yeah. Sharman. Yeah.
I don't even think that the pass was too early. Didn't feel rushed. I just think Sam didn't realize how open he was underneath that hoop, and when the pass came, he just wasn't ready for it. It's all right. He
Yeah.
made up with a 3-pointer right after that, though.
Yeah. It looked like he was heading towards the corner, try to
Mm.
maybe set up for a three at the corner. Looked like he was moving that way.
Yeah.
Definitely wide open. He should have been more court awareness and been ready for the pass and realized he was open, like you said, because it
hmm
was easy layup. All he had to do was just lay it in right there. But
Yeah, super easy. I mean, you can't get more open than that in the paint. I mean, it was wide open. It was crazy. Luca Garza, man, we already talked about him. Just absolute beast on the boards today. And when we needed those offensive rebounds, came through clutch. Anthony Simons, he heated up a little bit today. 11 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. But his defense didn't really hurt us today. So it looked like most of the defense that was lacking was from the starters, based on this plus minus. So, um,
yeah,
he did give them a spark in that third quarter when we needed points, we needed stops. Anthony Simons, he got some pretty big buckets for the Celtics to get them within puncher's chance to close this game out. And good game from him today. I had no problems with the way he played today because 17 minutes he wasn't on the court long, but when he was, I mean, at least he was scoring. 11
yeah,
points in 17 minutes. That is okay. That is good. Yeah, the shots weren't falling, but the defense picked up. His the unit that he was out there with helped pick up the defense, and he helped lead with the scoring. So good on him for that, man. Baylor Shireman today. Man, he made some really good defensive plays today. I mean, he was getting into the head of some of those he was getting into the head of the Pacers players. I mean, he kind of took some of those Pacer players out of their rhythm, out of their you know their comfort zone because he was jawing back at them. He was not getting punked. He was not letting players talk crap to him and kind of bully him. Was making some amazing defensive plays. Picked up a couple of offensive fouls. Right, it was 2 that he picked up.
yeah.
Dude, he picked up 2 offensive drew 2 offensive fouls from the Pacers. And you know, those type of plays, man, those are the things that get the fans riled up. They want to see you put your body on the line for the team to, give them a chance to go down on the other end and and make a bucket, bring it within, bring the game closer. Plays like that are, you know, reasons why, yeah, he had 12 minutes, only 3 points, but in those 12 minutes, like he made them count on defense at least. So the shot wasn't there, but at least the defense, the effort was there. So can't ask really much more from Baylor in that situation. Good stuff from him. Hugo Gonzalez today, 37 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, but snagging down another 11 boards. So I think they said on the broadcast that was 3 games in a row where he's come down with 10, at
Yeah,
least 10.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
insane, bro, for a 19-year-old.
Yeah, he's trending upwards. Like you said earlier, he's trending toward the starter level. I think we'll see him in the starting lineup pretty soon. And I think once he's in the starting role, it's not going to be easy to take him out of that role because the kid just plays hard all the time. It's not going to be from lack of effort. He's just going to, because they don't need to run plays from him. They don't need to structure an offense around them. It's just his hustle, his rebounding, his transition points, his defense. That's all
Right.
going to keep him in the lineup. That's 19-year-old. He's advanced beyond his years.
Dude, if you put those 11 rebounds in the starting lineup, Josh Minot is coming off the bench. I mean, the the first half is completely different.
Yep.
The
Yep.
first half is you're probably going into the half with a lead with the way Hugo can just find the ball off of the shot. It's yeah, I mean, if we've seen uh Walsh kind of do this a little bit too,
Yeah.
get rebound. So I mean, it'd be competitive for those two guys right there battling it out for a starting position. But man, I still think Hugo looks a little bit more polished than Walsh does.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Jordan Walsh. He's been having an absolutely amazing season after, the first part, 4 or 5 games where we didn't even know if he would even be on this team by the trade deadline. So,
Yeah.
no disrespect at all to him, but Hugo Gonzalez, I mean, even in the preseason, I had said, and Walsh was also injured in preseason too. But when Hugo Gonzalez played in the preseason, I had said that Minot and Hugo Gonzalez looked like they were already over him.
Hmm.
Um, Now with the more experience, he's getting way more minutes now. Career high 37 minutes from him today.
Yeah.
He's kind of like he's probably getting his NBA legs under him now. I mean, he's only 19 years old. He's also said like I'm supposed to have this energy as a 19-year-old. So, um yeah, man, just the future looks good with Hugo Gonzalez on this team. That is for sure. Team high plus 21 today, and only four. He only committed 4 fouls. So he's the last foul he picked up. I'm not even going to count one on
Hmm.
Pascal where he kind of just like bodied him up for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty hilarious. I thought it was kind of more of like a I'm sending a message to Pascal like you're like you think you're gonna come back, but no, I'm gonna body you even until this last minute of the game. And I thought it was more of a statement foul than anything, so I'm not even gonna count that one. But it was a good game from Hugo, man. The Celtics finished with shooting 43% from the field, 30% from three, and 84% from the free throw line. 49 total rebounds, 19 assists, 13 turnovers, 6 steals, 6 blocks, 11 offensive rebounds, and yeah, man, decent game. I want to see what the totals for Indiana were. So looking down here, Indiana took 85 shots today. They were 33 at 85, 39% from the field, 13 of 40 from the 3-point line, which is crazy because when I was listening to this first half of the game, I just kept hearing 3-point shot go down after 3-point shot go down
Yeah.
after 3-point shot go down. And for them to end up at 13 and 40, uh, the Celtics, yeah, like these past 3 games, the teams shoot hot from the 3-point line in the first half and then just completely fall off in the second, whether it's from fatigue, whether it's just from, um, just the averages averaging out. It's not the winning formula for these opposing teams against the Celtics. Shoot all the threes you want. The Celtics are still going to continue to play their game and find a way to win. So, good stuff from them. 36 rebounds from Indiana tonight. 19 assists, 12 turnovers, 4 steals, 3 blocks, and 9 offensive rebounds. So, yeah, man, wait for the Celtics to hang in there, man. Looking at this box score up here too, Indiana beat the Celtics by 9 in the first quarter. Then they beat them by 9 in the second quarter. And then Celtics came back 31, beat them by 10 in the third, and then beat them by 16 points in the fourth quarter. 13 points, bro. 13 points in the fourth quarter from Indiana. That defense locked in. They locked in.
Yeah, they weren't getting those open threes anymore.
I mean, some of them were open. They just were not dropping anymore.
Yeah.
They just were not falling. Man, good stuff. All right. I want to look on Twitter real quick. I got Celtic stats pulled up. And I want to look at the past 3 games, the totals for the opposing teams, and how many 3-point shots they put up. Let's see. All right, so Celtic stats is up. Can you see it on your end?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get full screen. All right, how's that look?
Yeah.
Decent? Okay. All right, so I believe this was the full game, final box. So we already said that they had taken 40. They made 13. Now I want to look at, how can I just go right to the next one? I can't. Okay. Or maybe like this. There we go. Yes, sir. Okay. Whack. Okay. All right, so this one's the final. They took 40, made 13, so they ended up at 32.5. This was after the third. I want to see what they were at the half. So first half, Indiana had taken 23-point attempts and knocked down 12 of them in that first half.
Yeah.
So they shot 60% from the 3. They were 51% from the field. And yeah, so to go from 60%, made 12 in the first half, down to they only made one more 3 the entire second half. That's it. One 3-pointer the rest of the half, the rest of the game. The defense absolutely locked in. I mean, the defense locked in, but also, I mean, it's like you said, they aren't the best, the worst efficiency scoring team. Yeah, so I mean, they just reverted to their mean, man. The fact that they took 20 more shots from the 3 in that second half and only one went down, yeah, awesome stuff. They took 85 total. First half they took 41. So still they were taking half of their shots from 3-point line in that second half, and it just didn't work out for them. They just said, all right, we're going to throw up 20 more 3-pointers. We're going to try to, score from the outside. We were hot in that first half. Let's try to keep it going, and didn't work for them. So they kind of bailed the Celtics out with their 3-point game, right? With their 3-point shooting tonight. Let's see. So I want to look at last game as well against the Heat. So the Heat ended up taking, we already talked about this last time, 102 field goal attempts that whole game. They shot 49 3-point attempts, bro. So that's back-to-back games now. So that's 2 games where the team is taking over 40 3-point attempts against the Boston Celtics. And I knew, and I was saying to myself too, like watching this Pacers game, I'm like, man, like all these teams are just shooting so many threes against the Celtics. So Miami ended up 19 for 49, 38.8% from the field.
Mhm.
And so they were 38.8 overall from three. And let's look at that first half for the Heat and how well they shot. So they were 40% for the first half. The Miami Heat, 25 3-point attempts and 10 makes. So yeah, obviously like 10 makes out of 25, they were feeling a little good as well. So they continued to take 25 more threes and their percentage dropped and the Celtics won that game. So what was the score going into that half? 58-58. Okay. So Celtics weren't down, but the Miami Heat were still taking a lot of threes. Let's see the game before that as well for the Pistons. Did I miss a game?
Don't think
Heat
so.
Pacers. No, don't think I did. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Pistons. I feel like the Pistons took a lot as well. Not as much, not as much. Okay. So the Pistons almost took 40 um against the Celtics last game. Okay, so these last couple games, the trend has been the teams are like starting to shoot more threes against the Celtics. Let me see where we were for the Bucks. 49. So this is probably the one that I'm thinking of. Oh wait, no, that's the Celtics that took 49. Okay, so the last two games, the teams have tried to take the Celtics out of their own game and shoot the 3-pointer. But the Celtics understand Missoula ball. The Celtics know how to play against it because this is what they play in practice probably too. This is, what they
Yeah.
defend against in practice. So they know how to play against it. They know the shooting that percentage that that the Pacers had, that the Heat had in their first half against the Celtics the last two games. The Celtics know like, hey, like we just got to keep playing. Yeah, they made a lot of 3-pointers, but they're not us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not sustainable for these other teams. If it was easy, if they could do it, they'd have success. They'd win a championship with Joe Mazzulla style, but they can't. You've even seen other coaches like JJ Redick with his team down in LA. He's even tried to deploy the Missoula ball kind of scheme, and Lakers have been taking a lot of threes since JJ Redick showed up, and they just don't have the personnel. Like you could put the coach in there, you can steal some kind of game plan or whatever from another coach, try to put it onto your team, implement it, but unless you have the personnel that can make these shots consistently, it's just a cheap knockoff. So the Celtics are not going to be beaten by a cheap knockoff of their offense. So yeah, I mean that's it, man. That's pretty much all I got to say. Like this is just a great team, man. Like this team plays for each other, and they're bought into Joe Mazzulla, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like a borderline coach of the year right now.
Yeah, he is. It's a good sign when you look at the bench, when they show the bench on the television broadcast, and you see guys that haven't played like Chris Boucher out there clapping up and high fiving guys, and being a cheerleader more or less at this point. But that's team building, that's chemistry, that's guys pulling for each other, and that's how you build a good team. It's just no egos. Everyone plays, for each other, and that's how you end up winning basketball games at the end.
It's so crazy because like the culture that the Celtics have built is not easy to do. I mean, it is really hard to build a culture that withstands, the decades. I mean, we're so fortunate to, be able to watch good basketball all the time. I mean, it doesn't even matter who is on the court, like the personnel. I mean, yeah, we've had some bad teams, they'll lose, but I don't ever feel like I've watched a team that's on the level of a Charlotte Hornets, a team that's on the level of a New Orleans Pelicans, because the culture that's ingrained here is so real, and it's also because of fans. I mean, the fan base, they show up all the time, right? Like this could have been a year where the fans are just like, you know what, team's not gonna be good this year. I'm just gonna sell like a bunch of my season tickets, or you know what I'm saying, or there's other things that like I'd rather like go do something else on a Monday night before Christmas. I don't know, right? It's just like they still show up for the team, and how lucky do you have to feel like as an NBA player to be put in a situation like this where you are in an organization where the fan base shows up and they cheer you on and they support you through thick and thin, and why would you want to mess that up, right? Like why would you bring your ego into things on this team? Why would you try to like disrupt that team chemistry and to try to get yours, right? I mean, we could be in a situation where Simons knows he's probably on the way out this season, right?
Mhm.
Um, but you know, the Celtics, Brad Stevens, the leadership that they have, they're still going to, put out there, hey, like, no, we support this guy. We like him. He's here on our team. And, even though Simons knows that there's probably stuff going on in the back, he could let it affect him. He could try to take over the team. He could try to do too much to try and increase his trade value, right? Because you don't want to play bad and then now your trade value is, you know, you're looking at like you're going to be on a team like a Pelicans
Yep.
or the Charlotte Hornets, right? So it's like, why would you try to self sabotage yourself? Just buy in. Whatever happens, happens. It's the NBA. At the end of the day, it's a business, and play your hardest, because what if they don't? What if they do end up liking you? What if they do end up not wanting to trade you because you came in and you showed that you were a professional. You could, cut it with this team. I think like a lot of guys that when they come to the Celtics, it's kind of like they kind of think like, oh, all right, yeah, the Celtics, championship culture. It could be like a gimmick, right? It's not a gimmick. It's basketball culture. It is the way of the Celtics. I mean, they didn't get their 18 rings for no reason, right?
Mhm.
It's all in the same city, all right there in Boston. So this is decades of fans, generations, family generations that have built the built this fan base around around this team, and um you know I think any player that comes here feels very fortunate that they get the opportunity to play for the Celtics, because they know that the organization will try to win for them. They'll do anything in their power to try to surround them with the right pieces to win a championship. And um, man, super thankful for this organization. Super thankful for the Boston Celtics, the gift that keeps on giving. 86 games of the year, or 86, right? I don't even know. But yeah, man. Or 82. Yeah, no, I can't
82.
math right now. 82, yeah. But yeah, man. That's it, man. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, man. It's a good dub today.
Yeah, we've been spoiled as a city, not even just with the Celtics. Look at the Patriots. These fans travel, they love their teams, they support us through the good and the bad. the two diehard fans will anyway. There's not a better city in the world to play for than to play in Boston, and that attracts a lot of guys that are looking for that stability in a career, an opportunity to be in a winning program, and Brad Stevens will find you. If you want to win, he'll find a way to get you.
He will find you. Going on the Patriots, man. The playoffs.
Yeah,
We're in the
yeah.
playoffs again, man.
Yeah. So Drake May moment
Oh,
right there. That last
that
drive.
that was a phenomenal game, bro. I mean, I was doom tweeting as I always do.
Yeah,
I won't ever apologize for my insane hot takes that I throw out there in the Twitter world. I mean, who cares, right? It's all
yeah. It's all
everybody everybody fans differently. So, yeah, man, I was doom tweeting after that fake punt.
yeah. That
Man,
was
I was like, what are we doing? That's it. It's game. Derrick Henry goes down, gets the touchdown. I was like, yeah, it's over. But Drake May, bro, he's the real deal. He is
yeah,
the real deal, man. In good stuff from him. But yeah, dude, we are spoiled. I mean, so many championships since the Tom Brady 2001 Super Bowl against the Rams, man.
yeah,
I mean, just the absolute success that Boston has had since. And um, I went to a we fan different up in the Northeast. You know what I'm saying? The New England area is a total different level of fandom. I don't think a lot of people understand um, being from that region and everything, that like the New England Patriots, the Boston Celtics, and the Boston Red Sox. I mean, you got fans all in New England. Most of New England will follow those three teams, right?
yeah,
That part of the country just absolutely lives and dies for those teams. And I was explaining to like my coworkers, who are like, "Oh, you like Boston?" Because I'm out here in Southern California. They're like, the fandom varies here, right?
mhm,
There's not really. I mean, we got the baseball team in San Diego, right? But they haven't had success since Tony Gwynn, right? And uh, it's just super chill over here, right? Like when you go to a post game, I mean a postseason game for like the Padres when they're in the playoffs and stuff. It's not cold, right? Like it's not the weather's not ugly. Like you don't have bad weather or anything. It's just another game. When you're on the East Coast, bro, it is so different, right? You go to a postseason game, October baseball in Boston, and it's cold. Everybody's there. They're getting through it. If it's misting outside, 45 degrees out there. Everybody's out there with their coats on, struggling, going through it.
mm,
Um, During the football season, when your team is playing a primetime game at, kickoff is at 8:30 at night, 8:30 p.m. kickoff, right? Over here on the West Coast, it's 5:30 for a Sunday night football game. I can watch Sunday night football and I can go to bed at 9 p.m. after it's over.
yeah.
Over in Boston, the fans, they stay up. The real fans, they stay up all night to watch their team. They go to work the next morning, um, probably off of 5.5 hours of sleep, have to get their Dunkin' in the morning to like keep them alive to go throughout their day.
Yeah,
Um, and then you got the Celtics too. The Celtics play 7 p.m. tip off times. It's indoors, right? It's a little bit different, but you know, it's all the same. Like New England sports fans, we stay up with our teams. We ride with our teams through the bad weather, the cold, the late nights, and we're just built different over there. Um, I am so spoiled to be able to watch my team play out here on the West Coast, right? It's not the same feeling going to sports events and everything like that. And that is what makes a New England sports fan so passionate about the sports that they love. It's because that like they go through the hard times with the team. They're
Mhm.
out there in the cold on in the battles, you know. Look at all those fans that were there in Baltimore cheering
Yeah.
MVP for Drake May, bro. Like like
Oh,
there's no other region like it. I took my wife to her first Celtics game, not Celtics game, her first Lakers game, versus the Denver Nuggets last season in LA. My first time ever being um ever watching LeBron, AD, and Jokic in LA um at the crypto, Staples Center. And the the I can't like the atmosphere just did not feel a like a I don't know, like it didn't feel like a team or a fan base that's won 17 championships, bro. Like it doesn't feel like that in crypto.
yeah,
Like even watching them on TV, their home games and stuff like that, it feels like a funeral home. It, it feels like a funeral home in there. When I was
yeah,
in there, the fans were, they get a little loud and everything. They are not like Celtics fans. I mean, I it was just I was absolutely floored. I'm like, this is the LA Laker fan base. This is like the team
mhm,
that's won 17 championships. Kobe, Shaquille O'Neal, and they lost to they lost to Denver that night. But that takes them out of it a little bit too. But even when it was still competitive, I mean, it did not feel like an environment that has seen a championship. Well, they haven't, right? I mean,
yeah,
their bubble ring, right? So, um, they didn't get to see it in person or have a parade for that either. But
yeah,
I don't know, just feels totally different. It's just like very like Hollywood, very like, oh yeah, they lost. It's whatever. It doesn't feel like the losses affect them. It didn't feel like it affected anyone. It just felt like everyone was there, blah blah blah. Like no groaning or moaning, no booing, not really like loud cheering. It just felt very like I'm here, So
yeah.
um,
It must be like a social gathering when you think about it. It's just friends or people, acquaintances saying that they were there, more or less, just to be there.
mhm,
Not actually the true fan that's lived it through their grandfather, their father, or brother, or sister, where it's passed along from generations.
right.
Just this
Yeah,
different.
no, it is. It is. Yeah, and it was I had to snap a picture of the banners, the Milwaukee Laker banners while I was there cuz
That's another thing.
yeah, I mean, they don't have 17. Come on. They got to I mean, I know a lot of Laker fans that would agree um that, those championships don't really count. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
there's organizations that, switch, jump ship, go to other cities and stuff like that, but you don't ever see them claim like the previous titles. The Lakers are like the only team to do that. So, um all 18 won in Boston. Doesn't
yeah,
matter when they were won. They were all won in one city. And the Celtics have only had two arenas that they've played in, right? So it's like they literally moved like right down the street. Like they didn't even move far from the original garden. And all right there. All the history is still right there in Boston. And no other team is on that level. The Lakers can try to pretend all they want, but it's not the same. Not even close.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely different. And I wonder how much of it is the time difference too in LA. Like there is that like earlier start compared to here, and They
Well,
leave the game. They're probably thinking about while they're there, what can I do after the game? So I don't know what sense of engagement they actually have being a fan there, but
the
it's
games
totally different.
the games still start at 7, right? They still start here at 7 for the home games, for the Lakers and stuff. But if you've ever been around like the crypto arena and stuff, I mean, there's restaurants. You got like your chain restaurants there. They have like a uh just like a bunch of different restaurants around like the central, like, quarter mile radius around the arena and stuff. But even still, I mean, it's like it's not like clubs or anything like that. I don't know. It's like city, but it's not like Boston. You know what I'm saying? Like walking around, like you leave out of TD Garden, you leave out of Fenway. Um, it just feels different. It's an older city, right? It's not like glitz and glam. It's history. Anywhere you walk around Boston, right? It's just historic buildings. Like LA is just so built up. It's so city. It's like West Coast, New York. That's basically the way to describe it. It doesn't feel like a home. You know what I'm saying? Like Boston, like, has like a home feeling to it. Like everybody knows everybody. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I took my wife to Red Sox versus Yankees a couple summers ago. She absolutely loved Fenway. She's like, yeah, I want to go. I'd go to Boston again,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's just something about the city, man. I love it. I miss it. I need to make a trip. Probably making a trip out to Boston, maybe like April timeframe. Been talking about it. I want to try to catch a Sox and Celtics game around the same time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm trying to aim for that because I miss it, man. My mom is still out there on the East Coast. So, but yeah, man. That's it. That's all I got for today, my man.
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep this one a little short. It was just a great game. I need to go eat.
Yeah.
Go spend some time with the wifey and start getting ready for Christmas, man. It's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming
You
up.
got all your presents?
Yeah, I just gotta wrap everything. Maybe I get
Yeah.
those little bags or whatnot, just make it easier. But yeah, everything is in the truck. I just gotta take it out and just wrap them up.
Yeah, I hear you. But all right, my man. I'm
Right.
gonna head out here for the night. Just want to thank everybody that tuned in for the post game. Talked a little bit here about what we saw. Yeah, your Boston Celtics now sitting at 18-11 on the season after beating the Indiana Pacers 103-85. Next game is against the Pacers again in Indiana. I believe that is December 26th, day after Christmas, unless I'm tripping. Let me find it real quick. Let me find it. Yeah, day after Christmas. I think I'm here for that. I'll update the thing. Let me see. Yeah, I'll be here for that one. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me at Parquet Poppy and my boy Adrian here at NBA Swing Pass. Follow the Dynasty Proud podcast and follow Boston Sports Entertainment Network at BSEN_617. We will be here for the next post game against the opponent of Indiana Pacers again, hopefully with another win. Until then, we'll see you then, and go Celtics. Peace out, everyone.
Ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.